Welcome to the launch of the book The Forgotten Third, published by John Catt Education. The Forgotten Third challenges orthodoxies to shape a levelled up education system. The Forgotten Third is a provocative collection of essays which poses the fundamental question, do a third of students have to fail so that 2/3 can pass? Editor Roy Blatchford has brought together a group of leading thinkers and influencers in UK education to address this question and pose some answers. In this recording, one of 4 to accompany the book's launch, we can hear Nicholas Taylor-Mullings talk about his contribution to the book, an essay entitled Levelling Up, New Policies, Same Outcome?
My name is Nicholas Taylor-Mullings. I'm a Vice Principal in a secondary school in South London. I'm also an independent advisor to the Metropolitan Police in Lambeth, and I'm a school governor. The title of the essay is Levelling Up, New Policies, Same Outcome. And the chapter really focuses on this concept of levelling up, which is essentially a political tool in order to be able to describe the reducing of inequalities. It first came to the public's attention in its current guise during the 2019 general election, when the incoming government described its policy as wanting to level up across the nations and regions of the United Kingdom. But the essay invites the reader to be sceptical about this notion of levelling up. First, because successive governments have failed to address inequalities. And we have seen that very recently, for example, in Theresa May's government. She stood on the steps of Downing Street and talked about tackling burning injustices, and that didn't go too far. But it also looks at this notion of levelling up, which is focused really on what they describe as traditional working class towns and cities, and argues that this concept is particularly divisive because by describing levelling up as being focused on these particular areas, essentially it is speaking to white working class communities as opposed to all disadvantaged communities. We have seen this kind of rhetoric in education before, where there has been the perception that a focus on the attainment of, for example, black children has diverted the focus away from white working class who has been disadvantaged by this. The essay argues that this is actually incorrect. First, there has never been a real genuine focus on the attainment of black children, but also that this kind of debate draws attention away from addressing inequalities and essentially creates a backlash against any focus on the attainment of black children. The chapter ends much more positively, though, by arguing that the disparities in educational attainment that exists along the lines of race illustrates how important it is that the government levels up all the regions and nations of the country. It cannot just be a political tool in order to be able to legitimize prejudices. Instead, it must be a focus on raising the attainment of all children wherever they live in this country. If that is the case, we working in education must be ready to play our part.